Welcome back, everyone. Well, it does feel a little bit like winter today. Snowing again.
Yes, indeed.
But hopefully winter's almost over.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
I'm not too sure though. Well, we've been talking, all about how to keep yourself healthy and your
Yes.
body, but you also want to keep your home healthy. And a lot of folks right now, the National Home Show is going on, are turning towards, home decor and things like that. But you need to make sure that the foundation of your home is in proper order.
Strong foundation is key to success in life and in structure.
Yes, indeed. We've got Dale Sankerlau joining us in studio now from Northview Concrete and Waterproofing Inc. He's the president and CEO, helping a lot of homeowners here in Mississauga tackle the problem of waterproofing their homes. Tell us how important a strong foundation, a firm foundation is to a home.
Well, firstly, what you've got is you got to consider that houses are probably in Mississauga at least 40, maybe 50 years old, aside from new subdivisions. Yeah. So what it actually takes place is with winter, fall, spring, you get thawing, you get contraction and expansion.
Right.
Water freezes. As it freezes, it breaks concrete. It's very strong ice. When ice is forming and the pressure of it expands, there you get damage to your foundation. You get cracks, you get shifting. There's also, in Mississauga, there's a lot of underwater, it's called a water table, which is water that travels underneath the ground. So you've now got a foundation that's been built, but underneath of it is pressure pushing up from all this water that's underneath the ground.
So really, if you're anywhere in Canada, this is a concern to you.
Absolutely. It's Canada, especially considering our winters.
Yeah.
And our weather, again, which
Absolutely.
changes so drastically, so
Absolutely.
quickly at times.
For
Now,
sure.
after, this is some serious damage, what type of monetary damage are we talking about? How much would this
You're
cost someone to
looking
repair?
Tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I guess depends on the size of your home,
It depends on the size. I mean, obviously you can do stretches. You don't need to do your whole home. But what we recommend is if you have one area that's bad, you need to do at least 3 or 4 feet on either side of that to ensure that that crack is not going to be exposed.
Okay,
again.
so before you get to the point where you've got some serious damage, what are some of the steps that you recommend folks take? And tell us a bit about some of the work that you do at Northview Concrete and Waterproofing.
Initially, there's not too much you can do about this. This is something that takes place over time.
Right.
Your first indication is going to be possibly a descent of mold in your basement. You'll see dampness on your walls. There's also something that occurs, it's called efflorescence. When a block, a concrete block is saturated with water, it starts to push and force the minerals from inside of that block outwards, which eventually comes into your home. You'll end up seeing it looking like small crystal flakes, almost like snowflakes, on the inside of your walls.
That's what you want to be looking
You're
for.
looking
Like
for
condensation, I
that.
guess.
Not
It's
so
not
much
really?
like
Like, is it
condensation.
actual
In all
water?
honesty,
What is
if you look at a snowflake, that's what you're looking at on your wall.
Okay.
Okay.
It's that texture. It's powdery.
Oh, but it's not moist?
It's not moist.
Okay.
If you touch it, it flakes away and becomes dust. Because what it is calcium deposits, iron,
Right.
minerals that are inside the also minerals that come from the water that have been brought along.
Right.
Residual.
So if you're seeing that in your basement, you've got a problem.
You've got a problem. Absolutely. Also, if you smell it, you've got a problem. Also, if you see actual black mold spots, you've got a problem.
Right.
Can we fix the problem before it's a problem?
It's difficult to actually get a hold of it because what happens is, as it is, it's in basements. There's not a lot of ventilation around your actual foundation. There's ventilation throughout the house and everywhere, but the foundation itself doesn't have a flow of air. So with that taking place, the only indications you're really going to get is to see it physically is your mold, your black mold spots, and your efflorescence. Right.
Okay, we've got a couple of photos that we're going to bring up right now of some of the work that you guys do. Tell us what we're looking at here.
Okay, this is actually called an external waterproofing. What we've done there is put on our product for sealing the wall. It's called Blue Seal, that particular one.
Why is it called Blue Seal? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Mainly because of the texture, maybe because of the color actually, mainly because
I
of the
think
color.
it's
There's other, okay, so here, this picture here, we've applied and repaired the foundation. What you're looking at is probably 8 feet down beside the homeowner's home. We've put the Blue Seal on, we've parged it with concrete. We've also, we're going a little quick, but that's okay. What you saw there was the membrane, which is actually a water board that allows water to run down and off and away from your foundation.
Okay.
There you go there.
So
Okay.
There's dimples, sorry.
You're not saying that we don't want water here at all. You just want to make sure that you're dealing with it properly and
Absolutely.
keeping it away from your
Absolutely.
strong
Okay,
foundation of your
so
home.
this looks like some pretty extensive work. If you're a homeowner, do you want to be taking on this challenge by yourself?
I wouldn't say that, no. I'd say you you know, if it's a small stretch and you have an idea of what you're doing, certainly you can make an attempt.
Right.
But in all honesty, this is something that requires quite a few men. It's very labor intensive.
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues that can take place. I mean, we've had friends that have houses collapse because of the work being done.
Wow.
And a section of the house is tilted.
Because I didn't get
It
the
can
right
get
help.
to that extreme, really.
Well, when you get to a point where you don't know what you're doing, and there's so much deterioration going on, by you shifting and removing and trying to repair some other section, there's a good possibility that you can have damage occur that you are now causing because of what's been there initially.
And you talked a bit about mold. Let's talk a bit about that, because that is a major health concern for folks who have allergies, and just in general a health concern for families. What can mold do, and what are some of the problems that people can have the health problems?
Asthma is a major issue there. The toxins in the air that come along with mold, you're just breathing it constantly, is horrible. The smell alone is enough for most people to want. They don't even use their basements when it comes that way. Exactly. We've had cases where people have moved just from the scent, just from the smell.
Wow.
But when we go in, after we do what we do, the smell's all gone, the mold's all gone, they're very happy to stay and remain in their home.
And what are some of the homeowners telling you when you're going in and you're doing these assessments? And first off, you know, if people are concerned, should they call to get an assessment?
Absolutely. You can have, there's mold companies that come in, mold removal companies. They come in, they bring in a puppy, a nice little dog. And she will sit wherever there's mold and indicate to you.
Just like me, that's what I would go in and I'd be like, right here, I could smell it. But I would just start crying. That's what happens to me. I start crying, I start sneezing, I start going crazy. And I guess, do they train this dog to
The
detect
dog is
mold?
trained, absolutely. I mean, if you see mold in your home, you can attempt to remove it.
Right.
We've done bleach. They have mold removal products at, I don't know, Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever it may be. But in all reality, that mold will come back, because you have a constant source of water coming in. It's a constant source of dampness. If you don't remove or prevent that dampness from occurring, the mold will never.
So
never going to eradicate the mold.
And you know what? It's a huge problem for a lot of homeowners. It's something I guess every homeowner should be aware of.
Absolutely.
Don't take it on yourself, though, is what you're saying.
Don't even
Let an
try.
expert handle it.
You know, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no. Do it yourself is the big term these days.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it is very intensive.
Right.
It's going to leave a gaping hole in the side of your house for weeks on end.
And it could destroy your marriage.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't.
So
I
don't
wouldn't
try
say
this at
no
home,
to that.
people.
Yeah,
So Dale,
absolutely.
tell us how we can get in touch with you if folks are out there have a problem and they want to get
Absolutely. We have a website.
Yeah.
It's waterproofgta.com.
Okay.
Our phone number is 416-694-7167, and again, the company is called Northview Concrete.
Perfect. And we're going to put all that information up on the board right now. Keep yourself healthy, keep your home healthy, and keep watching us. We're going to be back after the break. Here comes all the information.
I gotta find that allergy dog. Find that guy. Where can I meet this dog?